Good morning, everyone. So today we're going to be doing a goldish bronze look. I'm really feeling inspired by some fire opals that I'm wearing today. These are a favorite that were given to me by a sister-in-law, and I love fire opals because they scream summer to me. They scream heat and sunlight, and I'd love to share with you a look that I love to wear. I love wearing bronzes and golds, and so we're going to get our inner fire opal on today. There are a couple things I already have on my face. So I have Urban Decay's a primer potion on my face already in Sin. That's this little guy right here. And I also have my lips done already. I have the CmaaDU gloss, waterproof gloss actually. I love this stuff because it goes on super creamy. It can be blended from the top lip to the bottom lip very easily, and it spreads just like butter, and it's in number 5. And these guys come in sets, so you can pick a set that goes really well with your skin tone, and they think about those things when they pair them together. So I love these because they have warm and pink tones in the set that I have, and they all go really well with the colors that I normally choose to wear. So we're going to go ahead and get started. There are a couple of steps that I will kind of breeze through because most of us know how to do those things. If you want me to go ahead and do a tutorial on those things because you're not familiar, please leave me a comment and I will be happy to go ahead and post a tutorial on those things. So today we're going to go ahead and use a couple of colors, and I'll walk through them really quickly for you, and then we'll go ahead and put them on our face. So today we'll be using a couple of blushes to sculpt our face. We'll be using the Estee Lauder Pure Envy Color Sculpting Blush. I'll show you the palette here. So this guy came in a holiday set from 2 years ago, but it's still available on their website in individual palettes. And these guys I love because they're simple and they can go with any skin tone. And the blush number, the Luminizer is here on the right. That's number 27, and the bronzer is number 29. Okay, today we'll also be using the Urban Decay Illuminated Trio, and on the left here we have Pyrite, in the middle we have Oasis, which is just a nice neutral illuminator, and then we have Twilight, which is just a nice pinky tone that can go with most rose gold looks and any pinks and purples. My kiddo and I love this one because it's just a gentle shimmer that can go with any look, and it's great for kiddos, especially if they're just learning to love sparkles. That's a great one to share with them and help them bring out their inner prince or princess. All right, and last but not least, we're going to use 4 colors today. We're going to do kind of a bright smoky eye today because I love a smoky eye, but I also like doing it in bright colors. So for our brow line, we're going to use Ounce. And then for our shadow, our main lid shadow, we're going to use Lumber. And then we'll use Scorched for our smoky accent. And then we'll use Sauced for our crease. That's this guy right here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put them on. I just like walking you through those two, so if you're following along, you can do them with me. So I'll go ahead and get started. And then I will show you the mascara and the liner that I'm using as I'm using them. So we'll go ahead and start with our lightest color first. That's going to be Ounce from the Naked Heat palette by Urban Decay. As you can tell, I love my palette sets just because they can multitask for me and they give me lots of color choices. I like having choices because I like pairing things with what I'm wearing that day. So you can see I'm wearing greens and coppers and tans today. So I put a lot of time into thinking about how my makeup goes with what I'm wearing. That's something I learned from my grandma on my mom's side, and I really took that to heart when she was teaching me. That's just something that I'm trying to pass on to my daughter and really share because I love doing that. Next, we're going to go ahead and put Sauced in our crease. And now I'm going in order of color today because I don't want to have to clean my brush as much, so I'm going to go ahead and fill in my crease here. I love that this pigment palette in particular has lots of transition shades, especially in mattes, because it makes it so much easier to get that crease line nice and strong. I love a nice strong crease, especially on a hooded eye or an almond eye. It really makes that eye shape pop and it makes it strong and beautiful. And don't we all want to be strong and beautiful? We're going to go ahead and continue with Lumber on our lid. And I love this color. This color is one of those gold ombre shades, and I'll show you what I mean as I put it on because it changes as you are in different light. And it also changes as you swatch it and move it. As you can see, even just turning my head, it kind of morphs with the way that my face moves. So even the colors that you choose to pair with this palette can absolutely change the way that the color presents itself. And that's one of the things that I love about Urban Decay's metallics, is they pair well with just about any color with which you place them. And that makes them so accessible for so many makeup looks. These guys are both evenly coated, and we can see that it's pulling on the warm and pink tones in my skin. This is also a great palette for those with darker skin or with really yellow tones in their skin. It really helps bring out that inner glow. We're going to go ahead and clean our brush here. And then we're going to go ahead and take Scorched on that inner corner. Now this one you can put on the inner corner and outer corner. It just depends on how smoky you want to go. But I want to leave Lumber on that middle center of my lid. And I want just a nice little pop. And you can see how that darkens just a little bit, but not enough for it to become a true smoky eye. And just a little bit. And I'm just taking it up to that crease. I'm just adding that little bit of smokiness. It's like I'm adding an illumination spot right in the center of my lid, but I'm doing so by laying darker colors on top of the lighter colors that I've already placed. Now, if you feel like illuminating the inner corner of your eye, you absolutely can. I have the primer potion in Sin already layered here. I usually put that on the inner corner here. So I'm just going to leave that there, and that's a nice light accent without my having to put anything on top of it. Now today I am going to use a liner pencil so I don't have to worry about any bleeding on top, but I am going to show you guys my under eye cover up because I do have, we were up a little bit late last night playing with friends. We were playing canasta. So I'm going to dab a couple of spots of the CoverGirl True Blend Concealer. And this guy is in the light variant. Now this one is nice because it has purple tones as well as yellows. And I am going to take a square brush and I am going to blend this toward the inner corner, just gently toward my tear duct there. And I want to get that right up on top of my lash line. And then we're going to do this in a triangle. We're going to take it as close to our nose as we can get it without covering our illumination spot. And then we're just gently bringing it down into a triangle. That way it covers just a little bit of our cheek, but it helps brighten. So again, do the inner corner without covering our tear duct illumination spot. If you have done this last, that's absolutely okay, but because I'm using my primer potion as my illumination spot, I just want to be careful not to cover that. And again, in a triangle when using this. You can bring it closer to your nose if you have a wider set nose, and that can help give you a narrower shape if you prefer. Again, making sure to get it all the way up to that lash line. If you want to do anything underneath, it can help, especially if you don't want to use the all-nighter setting spray to hold that in place. This is also a nice step to do that. Alright, we're going to line and mascara and we will be all set. So today I'm using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Whiskey. These guys are nice because they are also waterproof without having to be liquid liner. Inner corner to outer corner. And just gently along the lash line. I like these pencils because they're a more gentle look. You can make them more intense as you line more darkly. It just depends on your preference. Always inner corner to outer corner, never from outer corner to inner corner, because that will give you wrinkled liner and no one wants that. And then we are all set. Today I'm not doing a cat eye because I like the subtlety of just having this look like it's my lash line. And then today for our mascara, we're using Benefit Tinted Primer. They're real, and this is in Mink Brown. I like this one because it's hard to find a brown mascara, and this one just accentuates my naturally red lashes. So again, push and wiggle, and take it all the way to the edge of that lash. That way you get a nice, full look without having to curl your lashes. You can do a couple of coats. It's always okay to layer mascara, but laying down your foundation and making sure you don't have clumps in that foundation of your mascara is absolutely important, because once you start forming clumps, anything you add to them will continue to clump and build. So that push and wiggle is really important. It helps calm that mascara to coat properly on top of your lashes. And we are all done, my dears, with the eyes, of course. We are going to illuminate a little bit, so I'm going to start with my pink today. We're going to be using the Naked Illumination Trio, and I'm going to go ahead and use Pyrite, that's the gold tone on the very left, and I'm going to take this from the middle of my cheek to right above my ear. And I'm going to layer with the Estee Lauder 29 and 27. Now these I want to do just underneath here, and I'll show what that means here. So I'm going to use the bronzer first, 29, just a light tap on the brush, and these we're going to do right underneath that illumination. So just a little bit here. This helps deepen and strengthen that cheekbone. And then clean my brush, of course. And then I'm going to take the 27, that's our Illuminator shade here. And this one I'm going to put right on my nose, so I get that nice little sparkle there. And I'm going to put this one right underneath, just on top to layer. And now, my dears, we are all finished. Thank you very much for watching, and have a lovely day.